Book 4, Lesson 8. Ancient. Ancient. Verb. Adjective. Very old, of a long time ago. The ancient city of Carthage was destroyed by the Romans in 146 BC.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which is more ancient? A, the Statue of Liberty, or B, the Pyramids of Egypt? If you said B, you are right. The Pyramids of Egypt are much older than the Statue of Liberty. They were built thousands of years ago.
Century. Century. Noun. A period of 100 years. The 21st century began on January 1st, 2001.
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? Centuries can last between 50 and 100 years. If you said false, you're correct. A century lasts exactly 100 years.
Chamber. Chamber. Noun. A room. Chamber music is meant to be played in a room rather than a much larger concert hall. Chambers. Chambers. Noun. Plural. An office or group of offices. Lawyers for both sides met in the judge's chambers.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which is more likely to have chambers? A, a skyscraper, or B, a state park? If you said A, you are correct. Chambers are offices or groups of offices. Skyscrapers hold several offices on each floor.
Descend. Descend. Verb. To go or come down. The plane slowly descended to 2,000 feet. Descendant. Descendant. Noun. One who has certain persons as one's parents, grandparents, etc. The writer Alex Haley was a descendant of Kunta Kinte, who was brought to America as a slave from West Africa in 1767.
Now, let's review word meaning. Yes or no, a descending elevator is heading toward the basement. If you said yes, you are right. Something that descends is going down.
Entry. Entry. Noun. Number 1. A way in. The thieves gained entry through an unlocked window. Number 2. Each separate item in a diary or list. The next entry in her diary simply said, "My brother returned home today after a long absence."
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? A front door is one entry into a house. If you said true, you are right. An entry is a way in. You can enter a house through a front door.
Interior. Interior. Noun. The inside part of something. The sun's interior is about 150,000 times hotter than boiling water. Adjective. Having to do with the inside part. Interior doors do not have to be as strongly made as front or back doors.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which is found in the body's interior? A, the skin, or B, the lungs? If you said B, you're correct. The lungs are inside the body.
Intrude. Intrude. Verb. To come or go in without permission or welcome, I didn't mean to intrude on you while you were working. Intrusion. Intrusion. Noun. The act of intruding. Forgive my intrusion, she said as she came in without knocking. Intruder. Intruder. Noun. One who intrudes. People were so unfriendly that I felt like an intruder at Jeff's party.
Now, let's review word meaning. Yes or no? An intruder is an invited guest into a home. If you said no, you are correct. An intruder is someone who has entered uninvited, without permission.
Locate. Locate. Verb. Number 1. To find. Marta located the missing books in less than an hour. Number 2. To put or to be found in a place. We're going to locate our office across the street from the school. Location. Location. Noun. The place where something can be found. Will you please give me the location of the nearest post office?
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? To locate keys means to lose them. If you said false, you are right. When you locate something, you find it.
Passage. Passage. Noun. Number 1. A part of a written work or piece of music. The final passage of the Mozart Mass brought tears to the audience's eyes. Number 2. The act or process of passing, as through time or from place to place. His deeply lined face clearly showed the passage of time. Number 3. A way through which to pass. Leon's room was at the end of a long, dimly lit passage.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which of these is a passage? A. A chapter in a book. Or B. A set of books. If you said A, you are right. A passage is a part of a written work, not an entire book or set of books.
Portion. Portion. Noun. Number 1. A part or share of the whole. I got the first portion of my allowance last week. Number 2. A serving or helping, as of food. My diet recommends a 4-ounce portion of fish or chicken once a day.
Now, let's review word meaning. Yes or no? A slice of pie is an example of a portion. If you said yes, you are correct. A slice of pie is a serving or portion of pie.
Precious. Precious. Adjective. Number 1. Very valuable. The necklace was made of diamonds, emeralds, and other precious stones. Number 2. Much loved. She tried in vain to save her precious books from the fire.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which is more precious? A. A brick of gold. Or B. A grain of salt. If you said A, you are correct. Gold is very valuable. Salt is too common to be valuable.
Quarry. Quarry. Noun. Number 1. A deep pit where stone is cut out of the ground. The marble for these tiles came from a quarry in Vermont. Number 2. An animal that is being hunted. The hunters gave up the chase when they lost sight of their quarry.
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? A quarry is where dirt is dug out of the ground. If you said false, you are correct. In a quarry, stone is dug out of the ground, not dirt.
Ramp. Ramp. Noun. A slanted walk or roadway that connects a lower to a higher place. The law says that there has to be a ramp for those who cannot use the steps.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which describes the slope of a ramp? A, slanted, or B, straight? If you said A, you are right. A ramp is a slanted road or walkway that connects a lower place to a higher place.
Spacious. Spacious. Adjective. Having lots of room. The spacious kitchen had room for a large round table that seated 8.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which is more spacious? A, a banquet hall, or B, a hallway closet? If you said A, you are correct. Banquet halls have room to hold many people.
Surface. Surface. Noun. Number 1, the outside layer, the top. The surface of the moon is covered with craters. Number 2, an outward look or appearance. He seemed cheerful on the surface, but I knew how miserable he must have felt to be so cold and wet. Verb, to rise to the top of a body of water. The latest submarines can stay underwater for weeks before they need to surface.
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? Oceans are found on the surface of the earth. If you said true, you're right. Oceans are on the outer layer of earth.
Next, let's move to today's story. The Great Pyramid. Over 2,000 years ago, a Greek writer named Antipater made a list of what he called the 7 wonders of the world. Only one of those ancient sites remains today. It is the Great Pyramid in Egypt. The Great Pyramid is located just outside Cairo. It was built by one of the earliest kings of Egypt, Cheops. Cheops intended this pyramid to be a tomb, or burial place, for himself. It covers an area bigger than 100 football fields and stands 450 feet high. It is the largest of the more than 60 pyramids in Egypt. The Great Pyramid is made of 2.5 million blocks of stone. Some of them weigh as much as 15 tons. The pyramid's surface was once covered in shining white limestone and was perfectly smooth. Over the centuries, most of this outside layer has been stripped away. Very little of it is left. It may have taken as long as 20 years to build the Great Pyramid. The stone for the great blocks came from nearby. The white limestone for the outside came from quarries near the Nile River. The blocks were floated across on rafts. They were then dragged up a ramp of earth. The ramp was built up in stages as the work progressed. Skilled stonecutters worked all year on the pyramid. Other work was done by farmers who worked for a portion of each year. The farmers probably worked from July to October when the Nile overflowed its banks and flooded the fields. Workers believed that their king, Cheops, was a god, a descendant of the sun god Ra. They felt he deserved this magnificent tomb. The interior of the Great Pyramid contains many rooms. The rooms are connected by passages leading to the outside. King Cheops was laid to rest in one of the most spacious rooms. The Egyptians believed in a life after death. They left food and drink with the king's body, as well as many precious objects he had used in daily life. The Egyptians believed he would need these in the next world. The chamber in which the dead king lay was closed off with huge granite slabs. The Egyptians wanted to be sure that people could not gain entry to the room. In spite of this, however, intruders later found a way in. They stole the gold objects and the jewels that were inside. They even made off with the body. The Great Pyramid failed to keep Cheops's body safe, but it has kept his name alive over 4,500 years after his death. The end.